Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is OmniBadu and I am back with another one. Yay! Keep in mind that these are general collective readings and I don't read for any one specific sign on this channel. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, be honest with yourself. Plug yourself into the reading where you deserve to be. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, hit the reverse on it. Do whatever you have to do, but don't force it. Only take what resonates with you, your life, your story, and leave the rest behind. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you likes my vibe. Welcome, hey, if you're new, and welcome back if you have been here before. Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, all those things. Okay. So we have emotional disconnect. Some of you guys have disconnected from a person or a situation emotionally. I love it. We have snakes in the grass, cut it. Okay. Some of y'all need to go through you need to emotionally disconnect from a person or a situation. Could be a love situation, of course, right? You could be dealing with somebody who's toxic. This person may be very manipulative, a liar, just really, really fake, always smiling in maybe everybody else's face, I kind of feel like, but not really giving you the love and the attention and the respect that you deserve. It may feel like this person is just stringing you along in the situation. This person may even come back with round 2, 3, do over. It's giving me the vibe that this person comes back into your life often, right? It could be every few. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This to me feels like somebody you've known for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, right? Maybe you've never been in an official relationship with this person, or maybe you have, right? But if you were in a relationship, I feel like you were probably in a relationship with them in the beginning. So if you've known them for 5, 6 years, maybe y'all dated year 1, or maybe y'all were getting to know each other year 1, y'all dated year 2, but things didn't work out regardless when y'all may have actually been in a relationship. But not all of y'all were actually in a relationship with this person. Some of y'all it was a situationship, it got messy, and then you got out of it, and this person continues to pop up every 6 months or 2 or 3 times a year, something like that. But when they pop up, they may come in nice and sweet and asking questions and how are things and how are your kids if you have kids, all those type of things. And then you may mess around with this person and then they disappear, or they're trying to convince you to mess around with them. Oh, hey, let's just get together one time for the one time and all this type of shit. You may constantly have to tell this person no, right? So some of y'all maybe actually have messed around with this person over the years, once or twice a year, 2 or 3 times a year. Some of y'all could just be giving this person top. Some of y'all could just be, I feel like there's some sort of cord cutting that may need to go on if it's something like this, happening, reoccurring in your life. This could have, even this back and forth and in and out could have been going on for years now at this point. Some of you guys, though, this isn't you at all. This could be a friend of yours, or like your sister or your brother. Say your sister has a guy who's always, you're like, why are you still dealing with this person? It's been like over a decade. And you know that they're only like getting some top from this person to this person. And it's like, you don't ever even you don't go spend no nights. Like you ain't going on no trips, like you may not understand what you're witnessing. You may even find it to be really weird and strange. Yeah, there's some sort of like tie, right? There's some sort of cord cutting that needs to go on in this type of situation, whether it's yours or it's somebody that you know. Because I feel like this isn't the collective's energy. I feel more like this is something that you need to warn somebody about, or let them know, like, hey, maybe you need to do cord cutting, or maybe you need to go do a cleanse, or maybe you need to do a protection spell, or something like that, right? Whatever you're into. So yeah, just if it's you, same shit applies. But if it's somebody you know, they may not be receptive. I don't know, I don't know what they're into, but yeah, somebody is like in some sort of toxic loop or some sort of toxic cycle. Spirit is also wanting you guys to like be grateful, show gratitude, always make sure you're saying thank you for things that come to you. Yeah. I do feel like the collective, y'all could have some snakes in the grass as well. Y'all could have some people around you that are liars and manipulators. The thing for me is, I don't think that you care. I don't feel like there's, I low-key, I don't know. I'm trying to make sure I get it out properly, because it's like, there could be somebody in your life as the collective who is manipulative and who's a liar. It could be a love situation. It could be a friend, a family member, right? But there could be someone in your life who's hella manipulative, who's just very crazy, kind of fixated on you. This person could be, whether they're competing with you, as in they want to find a new woman or man and try to rub it in your face, or get with somebody who they think would make you feel intimidated or jealous, something like that. But it could also be a friend or a family member who's, constantly comparing and competing and, trying to one up you. And you could be like over this person already, but it's like now this person is about to get removed from your life, just because it's like, please leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in competition with yourself. You think little of yourself. You think you're not shit. You find yourself to be unaccomplished. I don't give a fuck about you or your accomplishments, right? So it's like this person may constantly come in trying to like butter you up and, oh, we're gonna have so much fun when we hang out together. And you could just kind of be like, I don't want to hang out with you. You know what I'm saying, right? Keep it cute, keep it classy, keep it quiet. You don't have to let them know that you would never fucking go anywhere with them. Just smile and nod, But I think some of y'all are even sick of smiling and nodding. It's like, stop talking to me about you, your life. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, leave me the fuck alone. Just go away, and this person, you could know that they're a liar, like I said, and a manipulator. You're not doing anything you say you're doing. You're not going to do them. Spirit is actually setting you up to, go in a whole different direction, because baby, as above, so below. This could be somebody who puts nothing but toxicity and negativity out. This could be someone who's constantly trying to stop somebody else from shining because they feel like it would dim their light, because they think little and less of themselves, whether it's a lover, a friend, a family member, it doesn't matter. You ain't did nothing to this person. No one has done anything to this person but this person. And this person hates themselves for the things that they have not done or accomplished, and the things that they have done and did not accomplish, right? So yeah, there's somebody who's in a battle with themselves. You could find this person to be extremely like mentally disturbed, with the weird fixation on you, right? But there ain't nothing you can do about that. If a person want to think about you all day and talk about you and compare themselves to you and compete with you and try to, I'm gonna, and I'm doing, and it's like, dude, do it. Go do what you gonna do and shut the fuck up, right? It's like, I'm doing this, and I'm gonna do that, but ain't doing none of the above, right? It's like, you need to, this person may priorities, right? They could be very hyper focused on something that doesn't really matter. They could have something very catastrophic going on around them, which could be karma, right? They're being put in a position that they deserve to be put in. Something catastrophic could be going on around this person, and they are still hyper fixated on trying to defeat or dominate you in some sort of way, shape, or form that does not align or add up. So yeah, I feel like this, I mean, we'll get into it, but look what just came out. Liar and manipulator with wanting to explain. Innocent. You're very innocent. You're very angelic. You're very saint-like, right? You're not saying you're better than anybody, but you are better than these people, because it's like the animosity and the hatred and the volatility, it's one-sided, right? And it's like, so this person may act like, oh, I'm above it all or I'm above the rest, but it's like, no, baby, because you're full of bitterness, you're full of animosity, you're full of anger, you're full of rage. That's why they're trying to compete with you. That's why they're trying to, flex and spread, and I'm doing and I'm doing and I'm gonna do. And it's like, you're putting on this big, huge performance and this over-the-top show, pretending that you're doing and have these things that you're not doing and do not have. But it's like, for what, Bookie? You know what I'm saying? Like, right? You're very innocent in all of this. You're not concerned. You don't want to know. You don't need to know. You don't care to know. It's kind of like, it's nice to know. It's nice to hear nice things, but it's the way that this person is going about it that makes it feel and seem very hostile. That makes it feel and seem very competitive, right? So it's like, I can't support you. I can't root for you. I can't be happy for you because of the way that you're going about this situation, right? On top of that, you know that this person is a liar and a manipulator, so you don't trust them, never have, never will. Some of y'all may have trusted this person years and years and years, decades and decades, possibly even ago. And that trust has gone out of the window, never to return, right? It's like, I'm not going to start trusting you now. Like I lost faith in you. I stopped trusting you many, many moons ago, and many, many cycles ago, right? And so everything that this person says, if it's an ex coming towards you, I love you, I miss you, you're so perfect, you so fine, you the best thing that ever happened to me, I can't believe that I treated you the way that I did, I don't even know what I was thinking, stupid me, blah, 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 busting themselves all upside the head, it's just like, what it's a bit much, it's manipulation, right? It's over the top. It's very grandiose, and it's for you to be like, I feel like they want you to accept whatever they're throwing at you. Right? Whatever they're throwing your way, they want you to accept it, even if it's a friend or a family member, right? They might still be on some, oh, I'm sorry about this. I did this to you when we were kids. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. You're not. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, stop. You're not sorry. You don't mean it. You stop with the gut. Stop. If you got to manipulate, you aren't him, her, or it, them, they. You ain't shit. You're a liar. You're a snake. Hello? You're a snake. You're a manipulator, right? So whoever it is, they want you to accept it. They want you to maybe feel sorry for them. Maybe that's it. You could be an empath, and this person may want you to feel sorry for them. And because they're trying to play on your heartstrings, they know, like, oh, once they get you to feel sorry for them, you'll take them back, or you will allow them to start hanging out with you again, or y'all will get back in the relationship, or you'll sleep with them, or whatever it is. If that's y'all situation, they come in, oh, I can't believe it, and y'all sleep together, and then they go on about their business. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck was that about? You know what I'm saying? Or you're watching your sister or your best friend, your brother go through this, where the person comes in with the blah, blah. They do whatever, and then they run off, and then the sibling is there, or the friend, sad about it and in their feelings. And you could be like scratching your head like, bitch, why do you keep letting this person come back then? Why you keep sleeping with this person? Why you keep topping them up every time you see them, knowing damn well the last 16 times you did that, they just took it and told you to get the fuck out of their truck and then drove off. Why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it could be something like that. Maybe you have loyal guys who don't want to let you go and who constantly come running back to you, right? Never, like, in a different way, where you're like, what is going on? Leave me the fuck alone, go away. But these people could constantly stay in your life, right? And this person may feel jealous of that, so they may allow whoever it is in their life to keep coming back, so they can say, oh, I have this person who comes back too, but they're not being treated how you're being treated, right? The person is taking something from them, siphoning their energy or whatever, and then moving on, right? So again, you have a friend or a family member or somebody who needs to go through some sort of an emotional disconnect because they're continuing to be played and manipulated over and over and over. It's so obvious that it's like weird and crazy, right? You could be feeling like, like, what is it? Your family could even talk about it. Like, what is it? What is the hold that this person has over, whoever your relative or friend is, right? But yeah, I just feel like, and if it's your shit, then with wanting to explain, you guys may have somebody who you've already gone a round or two with. This person could be a player. And I feel like they're wanting to come in and possibly explain some things to you. You may have been really good to this person and very sweet to this person when you were dealing with this person. And now that you have ended the situation, and you may have ended it because it just wasn't really in alignment with you and where you're headed and spiritually, emotionally, mentally, so you might have been like, look, we're done. We've already tried it once or twice, or we've already tried it 2 or 3 times, however it may have gone down. But you may have ended it just on some cool shit, right? Like, I don't hate you. I ain't mad at you. We don't have any problems. This person could be a liar and a manipulator. You could have peeped that from experience. You've already been through tower moments. You've already, overcome things. You've already started working on your accomplishments. You've already accomplished things. You already have businesses. You already have, monetization, which is a form of entrepreneurship, right? You already have these things. You don't need to hustle. You don't need to grind. You don't need to go get these things. You've already done that step, right? And so this thing going on with this person could kind of be like a distraction or just not in alignment. It's like, I've already been through this. I already know what serves me and what does not. You may have peeped the lying and the manipulation. You may have even tried to work with this person like, hey, look, move how you want to move, be a player, do what you want to do, but don't lie to me, right? Don't try to fucking manipulate me into becoming the type of woman that you want me to be. Don't try to get me to chase you. Don't try to get me to beg for your time, your energy, your attention. I'm not going to do those things. I've never done those things, but as someone who's gone through a spiritual ascension, I sure in the fuck ain't about to start doing them now. I'll be damned, right? You must got me confused with somebody else. Your last girl, maybe? I don't know, right? And so I feel like you continuing to try to end this situation with this person and get out of that, and just be like, look, man, go ahead and just take a couple steps back. Like, just trying to just be cool about it and just end it on some cool shit. Because again, that innocent energy is not like, doesn't mean you're a child, doesn't mean, you've never had sex or anything like that. It just means you don't do things with malice. You don't do things with negative or foul intentions. You don't do things to hurt other people and try to, feel good about yourself or put other people down to make yourself feel bigger or better. Like, no, it's none of those things. It just is what the fuck it is, right? If you don't like them, I don't like you. Bye. There is no trick. There is no manipulation, no game. I don't want to be chased. Go on about your business. It's fine, And so, yeah, your innocent energy just means that you're not doing things with the intent to hurt. Do people get hurt sometimes in life? Sure. That's a part of life. You have to be able to accept rejection. And I feel like whoever you may have just recently ended things with, this is somebody who was having a hard time accepting rejection. So they may have continued to come back and come back and come back, which is how y'all ended up with 2 or 3 rounds. Because it's like, look, this isn't working out. Okay, I accept that. 3 weeks later, a month and a half later, they're good morning, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, good morning. What are you doing on my phone, right? So I feel like you may have had to lay things out, a little differently this last time. You may have been like, look, Bookie, I let you know that, this, what was going on here was not working for me. It's not conducive to my lifestyle, how I carry myself, the type of men that I deal with. This just isn't me. The situation isn't me. I've tried nicely to end it more than once. You keep bringing your ass back around, shit is about to take a turn. You're about to meet the old me. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, I've worked on myself. I've grown. I've matured. I've ascended. Okay, but I will descend on that ass if I need to, right? So pray with me, don't play with me, bitch, right? So Look, as I'm saying that, newfound level of peace. Protect this. So you found peace in a way that you've never had peace. You're content. You're happy. You're okay with what you have going on in your life. You could be already talking to somebody new. Some of y'all are talking to somebody new. You could be in an interracial situation. You could be dealing with somebody who's just from somewhere else or a different background or whatever, different community. And this person could be mad sexy, like hella fine, but also very much a sweetheart. Now, we are still in the early stages for a lot of you guys. So it's like, let's see where this goes. But I feel like the peace has nothing to do with the people, okay? The peace is internal thing. Being at peace is a me thing. It's not a us, we, them, they thing. People think it is, but other people don't bring peace into your life. You do. You either feel more at peace because you have a man now, but the man didn't bring the peace. You're just more comfortable and content because you have what you want or what you feel like you need to make you feel happy, right? So yeah, the peace is yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. If you're not at peace, it's because of something that's bothering you or in your mind. It's not because of something somebody else is doing. Because even if somebody else is doing something that you feel is disrupting your peace, the fact that you're continuing to talk to them, answer their phone calls, let them come to your house, live with you or whatever it is, that's your peace. You're allowing them to come in and disturb it. So again, you're doing it, right? Don't shoot, okay? Don't shoot, but it's your peace. So if you let people fuck it up, that's a decision that you're making, right? That you're choosing to make. You're choosing to let that person keep living under your roof, even though they're not paying no bills, and now you stressing and you working harder than you ever had to work, because not only do you got to pay their half of the bills, but you also got to stock the refrigerator and all the other things that they should be helping you do, right? You could put them out. Oh, but they don't, but they won't. Right, so you're putting them before you. Because putting people before yourself doesn't always extend to a man or a woman or whoever you humping on. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be your grown-ass adult children, it could be your lazy bum bitch-ass sister, it could be your disrespectful, overbearing, toxic, belittling mother. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you're letting people just hang on to you and just sink their fucking demonic claws into your back, you're doing that because you want to. Because you feel sorry for them more than you care about your peace, type shit. Anyway, moving on. So, I think you're completely fine. I think you're totally okay not having this person in your life. This person, now again, we talked about the friend or the family member who's bopping the dude who doesn't want her, and so that person is having rounds, or that has been going on for years or decades for some of you guys. That person, they do need to emotionally disconnect. I don't know, again, how you're going to relay that message or get them to understand or believe it or feel it, but Spirit is like urging you to try to talk to this person. You can't make anybody do anything. You can't even make them understand or hear what you're saying if they don't want to. But I do feel like you should try to encourage this person to do something else, right? Maybe nobody has said anything to them, and it's been 16 years. I just heard 16, which, God damn. Okay, but maybe it has. Maybe somebody's been playing games for 16 years. Some of y'all just, I don't know. But yeah, 16, that threw me a little. Yeah, but you might have to let them know, like, hey, I've never said anything before, I've tried to stay out of you and Mark's business, or whatever it is, right? But it's like, Mark isn't the one. Like, Mark doesn't love you. This person could need to hear that. They could be waiting to hear that. That could be the push that they need, somebody to just kind of tell them, hey man, you're not moving right. Like, you're moving like you don't have your head on straight, baby. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, just be careful. Be careful talking to them, because people can take offense and things like that, especially when they're having like some form of freaking Stockholm syndrome, like they're like in love with their abuser now and they feel like this is the one for them, and no, this is my person, no, we are meant to be together forever. If they start getting irate and crazy, back out of there, okay? Back out carefully and quietly. But yeah, still try if it's somebody you love and care about. But anyway, back to your person. If you have a person that's also aligning with what I was saying about, you know, again, this is a more somebody you may have known for the last 2 years, and maybe you've been talking to multiple people. Maybe you had one person and another person, and you've gotten rid of you've kind of made a decision, right? It's like, okay, you're a liar and a manipulator. You know, you seem solid. You seem honest. You seem like you mean what you say. You seem like you're playing a game, you know? So it's like, okay, it's finally time to separate. It's finally time to start putting more energy and effort and attention over here. It's time to take this situation serious. These could both be men with money or women with money, depending on who you are and what you're dealing with. Both these people could have similar lifestyles. They could both be wealthy. They could both be providers. They could both be, you know, attentive. But the one who you may have already ended things multiple times and already tried to put all your focus over here, this one, they can't believe that you're not being manipulated. They can't believe that you're not falling for their tricks. They can't believe that you keep trying to move on and end things with them and shit like that. I feel like that's like really, really disturbing this person's peace. And I say it's disturbing their peace because we have taken it out on everyone around them. Sorry, y'all, I'm reading these cards. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, we have taken it out on everyone around them. So again, you could have been like going between these two guys, right? Some weeks you're hanging more with this person, some weeks more with this person. Again, you've tried to end this multiple times. This person keeps coming back. They can't believe that you're not being manipulated and falling for their games or believing their lies. I think they like you. Either they may just like the way you look. They may be obsessed with your body or your sexual energy, something like that. It could be the whole package, your divinity, your earth angel energy, your high vibrations. You could just be extremely addictive to this person because this person is actually a shadow person. This is a low vibrational person. This is somebody who they don't really have happiness within, even if they're always smiling, laughing, giggling. They always seem like the life of the party. This could also be somebody who's always getting fucking drunk, right? They're drunk every night. They always got their feet in the streets. This is a 2 to 4 hours of sleep at night type of motherfucker, you know, where you're just like, why? Like, all I need is 3-4 hours. And it's like, that is so unhealthy. And that's why you look like, you know, a fucking crypt keeper 9 times out of 10 when I see you. You look wore down, freaked out, and sleepy. Go to bed, you know? But they can't. Their soul is restless. Their mind is always wandering and running and going and trying to scheme and play and manipulate, you know? So it's like, the fact that you're seeing through them, the fact that you're not falling for it, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Taking it out on everyone around them. You might have sent them that final, you know, closure text. You know the one, you know the enjoy your fucking life text. The this was nice. It was good to meet you. Boop, bap, blah, blah, blah. Right? Like, it was nice. This was good. It was cool. I appreciated it. I loved it when it was going on. But no, no mas. Leave me be. Right? Like, you might have just let them know. You might have laid it all the way out. And now you've dropped it, you've dropped them, and you're completely over here pouring in. This person is loving it. You're actually loving it. You're like, man, I should have put my foot down over here a long time ago because the way this person loved on me, this person could be a little bit of a secret. People may have even known about this person. And that's how you know, right? If you're talking to 2 people or multiple people and you're telling people about some of your options, but there's that one that you refuse to tell a soul about. You can't see this man. You nothing. Like, you this mine. You know, to protect this person's energy, protect your energy, protect this connection, protect, you know, what y'all are building together because it's real. The newfound level of peace, I feel like you already have that. This person magnifies it or brings their own. And so it's like double energy of just high vibrations and happiness and love and contentment. And I feel like with the, you know, the protect this, it's something that you're protecting your peace, but you're also protecting something else that's very peaceful in your life, whatever. So the round guy, everybody knows possibly about this person, they're gone, but whatever, they're taking it out on everyone around them. They do want to come in and explain to you some things, like whatever you said in that final text. Let's see. You may have told them that they're a manipulator, or that you see them as a narcissist, or that they're a liar, or that they're a player, or that they're a snake. You may have said something like that to them in this final text that you have never expressed to them before. You've never told them, like, look, you're a complete fucking psycho, you're a manipulator, you're a liar. Like, you've never, and I feel like it's because you maybe didn't want to hurt this person's feelings. You may have felt like it wasn't your place to come out, your neck like that. Like, I don't need to break shit down for you about who you are. You know who you are. Right? I said, go away and leave me alone. But the fact that they keep coming back around, I feel like is why you have to go ahead and put your foot down and say, look, you lying ass fucking manipulative goddamn snake, quit fucking with me. Right? That came because they keep coming. And that's a lot of times that's how it goes down. And then once that final outburst of energy comes out and you have to put them on fucking their place, they like to turn into a victim. They like to start acting like you did something to them that they didn't deserve. Not that you ain't told them multiple times to leave you the fuck alone and they won't. Now you're snapping. No, now you're a devil, you're a demon, you're a monster. They can't believe that you said that. Or they're in complete confusion because of how sweet and innocent and nice and kind you've been. And now you done flip that switch. And they're like, who the fuck is this? So they didn't think you were capable of putting them in their place, of checking them like how you check them, right? They didn't think it, not at all. I think something to do with you being innocent. It's like they may have thought that their lies and whatever was like, it was working. Even if you continue to cut them off and be like, something doesn't feel right here, right? The fact that you kept kind of letting them come back, they were like, okay, I'm manipulating her. Or they thought that they had you in some sort of mental prison. I feel like, but I think it's opposite, you guys. Like, I think you have them in a mental prison. Give me fist bump. Bow. Okay? I think that they're the ones in the mental prison over you, and I think that they're in the mental prison because they can't figure out how to get you there. They can't figure out how to get you trapped, right? How do you keep freeing yourself? How do you keep releasing them? How do you keep cutting them off and moving on? No one cuts me off, right? So it's like the taking it out on everyone around them, it feels like if they have somebody else that they're dealing with, they might be being kind of hostile with this person, but this is somebody who's very much more like lost. They're more of a lost soul, right? And so they maybe try to appease this person, but there is no appeasing this person. There is no making this person happy. There is no, that's not a real thing with this person. This person's disruption or whatever comes from a soul level. It comes from within. Again, just like, people who choose not to protect their peace, it's because their peace is not valuable to them. Even if they say it is, it's not, because you're allowing the same bullshit to go on every single day, week, month that disturbs your peace, and you're not making any, course corrections. So you don't give a fuck about your peace, right? You like chaos and madness and wild shit. And I feel like that's how this masculine energy is. And I do feel like there may be someone else in the picture on their side that they may be taking it out on. They may be being mean to a girlfriend. They may live with somebody, who knows, right? I don't know, but I feel like they're being mean. They may be like a little more agitated and hostile at work, but I do feel like this is somebody who takes their work very seriously. Again, this is like a wealthy man. So they could be focused more on work than on the other lover because they're in their feelings over the loss of you or whatever you said in that final text or whatever. I feel like they're also kind of angry or, acting hostile or whatever because they know that they have to come in and explain things to you that they didn't want to have to do. They didn't want to have to tell you, that they like you or that they think about you constantly or that they miss you or they want you. They didn't want to have to say those things. They thought that just popping in and saying good morning every day, and having not a lick of other communication or trying to rub shit in your face, whatever they've been trying to do. I'm going to, I'm going to Europe next week, random. And it's like, okay. But like in the past, you're going to on all the trips with them, but it's like, Buki, you don't have to tell everybody all your tea. You don't have to say, look, I'm already over here doing the biggest things, right? Bigger shit than we did together, which that doesn't matter. That's not why there's more of an attraction to this person, but still, right? I mean, if we're talking to a 3D based superficial person, then we got to hit them where it hurts. Okay. I'm on bigger trips, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, crickets. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Nothing. I'm giving you nothing. You're not going to get a, oh, I wish I could go. No, the fuck, I don't wish that. I don't give a fuck. Goodbye. Have fun. Enjoy it. Again, little do you know, I'm going to Japan in 2 months. You know what I'm saying, right? So it's like, have fun. Do that. Kill that shit. So I feel like whatever they were trying to do to possibly hang on to you or reel you back in or put you in the energy of wanting to chase, it didn't work. It blew up in their face. It backfired because you didn't react or respond the way that they expected you to or wanted you to. And so now they're even more angry or feeling even more hostile because maybe you guys were just in a gray space where they might text you good morning, 2 or 3 times a week. You may respond 1 or 2 times a week. Y'all might have a little slight conversation, but nothing major. No, when are we going to see each other's from either side? Just like on some cool shit. But then this person may have started with the weird shit, started with the trying to disturb your peace. And now you shut it down and now they're angry because they didn't expect you to shut it down. So again, now they're going to have to come in and try to explain to you some things to try to get you back on their team, which I don't think it's going to work for them. Trying to come in and explain why they were the way they were or what was going on. I feel like it's going to go in one ear and out the other, but I do feel like they're going to try to make their way back into your life and into your energy regardless because they're addicted to you. They're addicted to your high vibrational energy. They're addicted to your light. Because this, again, is somebody who's very dark and very low vibrational. And the people or the person or whomever else is in their life, they match energies. You didn't match, which is why you were in and out. You were never going to be here forever because you would have had to lower your vibration, come out of your place of happiness, come out of your place of peace to get into alignment with this person in this situation and ride it out. And that ain't fucking happening, right? So, yeah. Again, they're a boss daddy. They may not be at work turning up because this person is not the type of person to fuck with their bag, right? We've had people in our lives, some of us that are like that, that'll go to work and act stupid or start cussing people out or trying to put their hands on folks or doing shit that's going to get them fired. But those are people with jobs, not careers. This is someone with a stable career. And so, no, I don't feel like they're turning up at work, but they could be being very short. Strictly business, straight to business, right? You may have even ended things with this person while they were on a vacation or on a work trip or whatever. And that could have been intentional. Like I know you got a bitch out there because I know you. So let me check your ass and fuck your little trip up. Bye. Have fun. Enjoy that. So we have clear mind energy with financial stability. I feel like you guys do have financial stability or you're getting to a place of having financial stability. Some of y'all have financial stability because you came into a lump sum of money. Somebody could have gifted you this money. You could have won it, could have inherited it. It could have been a bonus from work. But what I kind of feel like a lot of you guys, you just received a lot of money. Okay. It could have been somewhere from $5,000 to $10,000 and you could have needed that to turn shit around in your life and in your whatever situation that you're in. It's like, okay, And so you get blessed with this. Somebody's like, oh yeah, sure, easy peasy, or, you know, boom, that deposit hit, or whatever it is. And so things are fine, right? Now there is somebody who's cold, heartless, mean, and evil. You could have, I don't feel like it's this person. I do feel like this person is a liar and a manipulator. I do feel like they're a player. I do feel like this person gets upset when things are not going according to their plans. But it doesn't give like violence, right? I don't feel like this is somebody who's like, you know, just, I don't know. I don't want to say because they could be mean, right? I mean, being a player, lying to people, manipulating people, that is mean. It is low key kind of evil too, but I just don't get heartless from this person. They may end up lying and manipulating because they're trying to appease and make happy so many people. But really, we know in the end, they're mostly working on and focused on making themselves happy or whatever. So it's like, that's mean. It's a little evil, but it isn't quite heartless. It's just selfish. I feel like you have someone who's extremely cold, extremely heartless, someone who's like has no fucking soul in your life, in your energy. This, of course, is going to be somebody who you've already moved on from, especially with clear mind energy coming out here. It's like, this may be somebody who used to have you in some sort of a mental prison. This could even be somebody you've never thought about really, but they were trying to send some sort of dark negative energy your way. This person could think there's some sort of caster or something. And I feel like things are settling. Whatever energy they've been sending your way for the last year or 2 years or 6 months, the way that it works is it's always going to come back to you what you put out, right? If you play in somebody's face and try to do candle magic on them and try to bind a guy to you and have him obsessed with you and do love spells on him, and it may work, right? But it may work too well, and then the person becomes a violent, angry, you know, stalker who's trying to beat you and kill you because you don't want to be with them because you were like, oh, wow, it worked, but never mind, I don't like you anymore. No, you already put it out there. Now this person is latched on, right? Or it could blow back on you. It could work in the reverse. They could like you, right, for a certain period of time, a year, 2 years. Oh, you know, my little candle magic is working, but you may look up one day and it's not working how it used to. They're not calling you or texting you or showing interest in you like they used to. They may even start to despise or hate you. And it's like, because whatever you were doing, it's not going to last forever, right? You're not on that level to make no shit last forever, right? So it may end up backfiring. And not only, or it could get, you know, once they start to come out of that energy, once they start to like, why am I still calling her? I don't even like her, you know, type shit. Someone else may start stalking you, right? Or something bad always follows. You can't be playing in energy. You can't be doing juju. Even if you go to people and they're like, no, I know what I'm doing. Like, you know, we're allowed. No, you're fucking not. You have to leave room for the divine, for the universe to receive, to pay people back. That is not your fucking job. And if you yourself actively try to do any spell work or any conjuring or anything and aim it at a person, and I am not saying that it will not work. It could work slightly and briefly, baby. But in the end, you're going to pay way more than the person that you think life you affected. Say you hope and wish and pray and juju, you know, your way in, oh, black magic, oh, and you know, she's going to lose her job, you know, and then she loses her job and you're like, yeah, I did that. I've been setting my intention. I've been hoping. I've been wishing. I've been praying. Then a year later or 2 years later or however long later, you get a trifecta. You lose your job. You lose your house. You lose, you know, your car. You lose everything you have. You fuck around and look up and your ass is on the street and that person is doing fucking fine. Because whatever you did affected them for 6 months, a year. They got back on it, moved on, never gave a fuck about you, never looked your way, never thought about your ass again. But you have to pay for that. That wasn't free. Yeah, you fucked their life up for a little bit. They fixed it. But now you're going to have to pay type shit. So somebody is paying, right? Somebody somebody has to pay for some evil fuck shit that they've been doing towards you that once may have had some sort of an effect on you, right? Because the person did set their intentions, because they actually hate you, because they actually want to see you not win or not get to the next level. This person actually would rather see you with absolutely nothing, living under a bridge on the streets, and they would be happy. They would rejoice because of how much they hate you out of pure, unadulterated jealousy and, envy, right? Again, could be a lover, friend, family member, doesn't matter, right? Regardless, that moment has shifted, it's past, and there's a shift coming. And the shift is not going to be quick, but it's not going to be slow, right? It's just going to be right on time. It could be, things could just slowly progress week by week, right? Damn, I just found out I'm finna lose my place. Damn, I just found out I got a warrant. Damn, I just found out I lost my job. Damn, now the place is gone and the apartment I applied for I didn't get into. Fine, what am I gonna do? Right? It's like you can't do anything. You called this shit into you. This is going on and happening to you in your life because you wanted it to. Because you wanted it to happen to somebody else. And although, again, it may have affected that person briefly, you have to pay. Whatever you promised, this person, they gonna be so sad and so upset, they gonna end it all. They didn't end it all. They gonna do this, they didn't do it. Whatever you promised the darkness was gonna happen to the person, it didn't happen. There's no victory. So instead of them sucking the life force from the collective or whatever they were trying to do, somebody has to pay. You made a deal. You signed a contract. Somebody has to fucking pay. They're paying. They don't see it. They don't realize it. It's going to be way too late by the time they do, but they're paying. Yeah. So with I don't know you anymore, whoever this is, I feel like it's somebody that you're like, they're unrecognizable to you. This person could be ugly or something like that, but it's not on no funny shit, on like you look different, you look crazy, you look demonic, your eyes are void of color and life, stuff like that, to where they just look creepy and not really cute, and they may feel like, oh, I'm just a baddie, but it's like, you look weird, whatever they've been playing in and whatever they've been doing is starting to show on them, and you may not even say anything. Like, if you see this person, it's not like you're going to tell them, like, whatever you're doing, you should stop because you starting to look, odd, It's something, right? They could have aged overnight. Maybe a year ago, this person looked close to their age, but now they look like 10 years older than they really are, and it's like, it's because of whatever you're doing energetically, whatever you're playing in, that you don't have no business fucking around with and playing in, right? So, oh my goodness, I'm not taking all of these. We have grudge holder. I love that your energy is clear the way that it is. Do you still love me? Do you still think about me? This could be a lover, this could be a friend or a family member. It doesn't matter who it is. This is somebody who's obsessed with you. They think about you all the fucking time, and they wonder if you are thinking about them, like, simultaneously, which is so fucking weird. Like, this is somebody that you can see, feel, and sense because you're an empath. And I feel like you're, an empress and a high priestess. You're very tapped in. Your third eye is open. You are very awake, right? You're very much in your lion era where you're walking around and looking around and you see nothing but fucking sheep everywhere, right? And it's like, man, wake the fuck up, bro. Like, you're still not focused on things that matter, right? Like, your soul black. Your eyes are black. You're empty inside. The thing that's fueling you is trying to compete with somebody else. But when you realize that there is no comparison, it's going to take a minute for it to sink in. But when they realize, it's like, it's just, for what? It was pointless. Look, we even have sick and twisted at the bottom of the damn deck. Because this is someone who is very sick and twisted. We have he is scared of me. So whoever this person is, they're also afraid of you. But I feel like They're afraid of you on a spiritual soul level. They're afraid of your energy. They know that they can't fuck with you. They're trying. They're still sending shit your way. They're still trying to play in your face and play in your energy simultaneously, right? Oh, no, yeah. Oh, and you're so cute, and I miss you, and what have you been up to? And we're going to have so much fun, right? But it's like you can look at this person in their empty, demonic face and see that there is nothing there. You don't mean that. You can look at them and see that they've been playing in black juju. You can look at this person and see that, like, nothing is right about them. They're very, very fucking wrong, right? And I feel like even playing in magic and doing the things that they've been doing, I feel like they are scared of you. I feel like they know that you're actually tapped in. They know that you're really who you say you are. You really are divine. You really are an empress. You really are a high priestess, right? Your third eye is really open. You really know what the fuck you know, right? Intuition on 10, baby. You never miss. And everything you say about this person or feel, it's fucking true. And you have no fucking proof. You just know what the fuck you know because you know that shit, right? So it's just like, even though they're scared of you, their sick, twisted mind, right? Their anger, their hate, their jealousy, their animosity, all of the things, it still outweighs the fear of, I shouldn't be doing this, or I shouldn't be fucking with this person, or I shouldn't be, sending negative energy their way. I shouldn't be trying to do juju on this person. Like, yeah. It's odd. It's like they're scared of you, but not scared enough because they're still doing what they're doing. It's all the energy in the situation is kind of weird because I don't know how to explain it. It's because they're messing around with juju, right? They know that you know what you know. This person is just mentally disturbed, right? They may need some medicine, some pills. They might need to go see a fucking doctor and get their head cracked because the energy is just very odd. It's like they know what they're doing is wrong. They know even that they're going to have to pay, but they are convincing themselves that they're not going to, even though their life is falling the fuck down and crumbling around them and they are in the most dire situation they've ever been in their life. They may try to downplay it. They may try to sugarcoat it. They may try to, oh, it's, not that big a deal. And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm finna do this and I'm finna do that, And it's like, no, quit lying, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, karma is here. Pay up, right? But their sick, twisted, their fucked up mind, it keeps them in this delusion that everything gonna be all right. It does. We have fear, ego, obsession. They're trying to get into their ego. This person is trying to feel themselves. They're trying to feel like, I think they're trying to feel like that guy or that girl, even though they don't really feel like that. They're like trying to fake it till they make it. They're high key obsessed with you, your energy, your growth, your development, your life. But they're also afraid because of what they've been doing. Look, they may even be saying they have some sort of business, but they don't really have a business. They may be saying, oh, I'm working on this, or I'm trying to get this type of licensing or something, but they're really not doing that. They may have looked into it, but this person may not even have the coin to start whatever it is that they're trying to start. You may already know, like, starting a business is hella expensive. You make $10 an hour. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? But again, do you. I hope it works out or whatever. But with silly, goofy, funny, and clear mind energy, you're very unbothered, very unconcerned. You don't think about this person or the situation. They're mad, they're angry. They've done shit to you, and your retaliations were unfathomable. Don't fuck with me. I might put a blackout on your shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, they're holding a grudge for things that they caused in the past. They didn't like how you handled it. They didn't like how you handled them. They didn't like how you handled yourself. And that doesn't align. I'm going to keep these because I feel like these go along with the love portion, because I don't This isn't love. I mean, whether this person used to be in love with you, whether it's a friend or a family member, and you guys used to love each other to death or whatever, this isn't it. This isn't love anymore. And so now, like I said, this person is holding a grudge. They're cold, heartless, mean, evil, callous, vindictive, spiteful, bitter. Yeah. And you don't care anymore. You're like, okay. You know, anytime they say anything or do anything, I feel like it's just like, okay. All right. Man, this is wild. So yeah, they're in their ego, trying to fake it till they make it, high-key obsessed with you, but also afraid that all the shit that they've been doing, like I was saying, like they're scared of you because they knew they should have never been aiming or directing anything negative towards you. It was unwarranted and unjust, and also on some ugly fucking bald-headed bitch hater shit. You know what I'm saying? So sick and twisted, a psycho, a lunatic. This could even be another reader. If you're a reader, there could have been readers who were jealous, hating ass, fucking ugly, sick ass, fucking twisted ass, crazy bitch ass hoes, right? Where it's just like, mind your business, bitch. What I'm doing doesn't affect what you're doing, ho. Keep doing what the fuck you've been doing. If it's working for you, bitch, let it work for you. Stop trying to morph and form into somebody else. You are who the fuck you are. Your audience likes you for the shit that you were doing before I stepped on the scene, you fucking goofy ass loza, right? But no, it's like they did what they did or whatever, and they thought, oh, we did it. Oh, this person. But it's like, no, bitch, because something is vibrating in the air and your ass can feel it. Okay? So yeah. This person may have felt like you were in some sort of depression at some point. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Maybe it was to do with them, maybe it wasn't. For a lot of y'all, though, it wasn't. If you were in some... Look, Wish came out in the reverse. I don't even take these cards in the reverse, but I'm going to leave it. Because with fake business, Wish coming out in the reverse, feeling like shit and too late. We'll get to that. Yeah, but we'll get to this. Sick and twisted, because we finna close this bitch down and shut it down and be out of here. But yeah, whoever's on the sick and twisted shit, I'm telling you, shit is about, they're afraid. Because they knew they shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. They did it anyways, and now they have to fucking pay. Okay, you got to pay. You put something out there. You sign contracts. You make agreements. You make promises that you cannot, you cannot really make that promise. You do not know how whatever you're doing is actually going to affect someone. You could think, oh, good, yes, yay, they're done. I did it. I canceled them. But it's like, no, pussy, you didn't. You know what I'm saying, right? You don't know what the fuck a bitch been doing or why a bitch ain't been around, right? But it don't got shit to do with no fucking fake ass juju. We don't do or believe in that shit over here, right? That shit only affects you if you really wholeheartedly believe in it. And I don't. I never could. I never would, because I know it's bullshit. So yeah, bullshit. I don't know. I know it's bullshit, though. I know you can fuck with it. It can take effect, but you are always going to have to pay. The only person you're doing any juju on, any black magic on, is yourself. Even if you think, oh, it's working, it's taking effect, it is going to blow back harder. It's going to blow your motherfucking cat back, baby. You going to look up and you going to be skin bald. You might be scalped. It's going to blow back so hard, right? So, yeah, it's bullshit. And now this person is afraid because it's payday, bitch. You got to pay, okay? Secluded, separation, reflection, soul searching. So, yeah. You may have blocked this person. You may block this person often. You may be getting ready to block this person, whoever this sick, twisted individual is with the fake business, and their wish is not going to be fulfilled. This person thinks that their wishes are going to be fulfilled, or they may even think that their wishes are currently being fulfilled. I don't know or care. It's not, whatever it is, if they're like, oh, if they do want to start a business and they're lying and telling people that they already have one, they're never actually going to have or start the business. Spirit is going to block it and block it and block it and block it and block it because they don't do. What? That is so funny. I was saying that and I thought you might have had them blocked, but no. Spirit is about to start blocking this person. and their energy, or whatever energy they're trying to send towards you, or whatever they're trying to accomplish or achieve, I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to accomplish or achieve it. Like, because they don't deserve it. This person may even start to get sick, or they may be getting migraines because of all the juju and things that they've been doing. They could be having back pains. Damn, this card is dark. I couldn't even see this girl. Okay, so there's a girl sitting in a chair, like with her head rested on her leg. I don't know if y'all can see that. I was trying to look at the card, but it's dark as shit. But, I mean, feeling like shit. She looked like she feel like shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person is going to start to feel sick or something. They may not be able to get out of bed or go to work or something like that. I don't know, but it's too late. Spirit said that. They said that big and clear. They may try to apologize energetically. They may try to send something out to the divine, you know, but whatever it is that they're going to try to do, it's too late. Okay, so real quick on the love situation, the person who wants to come back in and try to explain themselves, and they're being hostile and nasty to their little girlfriend or wife or side bitch or baby mama, or, you know, whatever, whatever it is, whoever it is, their colleagues from work, they're being short with them, whatever, right? Memories, they're looking at y'all videos or pictures that you've sent them or that y'all took together. They may even be looking at the messages that you have sent them. You could have sent them sweet messages saying sweet nothings, or you could have expressed yourself like, I like you, I miss you, I think about you a lot. Could have been something that happened 6 months, a year ago or something. It's nothing that I feel you've sent to them super recently. Or maybe you ask them a question like, why are you always randomly texting me? Is it because you miss me? Is it because you think about me all the time? Do you love me in this bitch? Like, what's going on? And they might have just ignored the fuck out of you, which could have led to the, you know what, fuck you. Quit fucking texting me, you goddamn weirdo. It's nice to meet you. Fuck off. You know? Like, kiss my motherfucking ass. You chasing me down for what? You know, I ain't finna be playing these games. We're not finna play back and forth and teeter-tottering and manipulation and confusion. We're not doing it, right? So you could have just been like, man, fuck you and fuck this. I got somebody else anyways, and they're much nicer and much sweeter. And yeah, y'all both fine. You might be a little finer, but that's okay. Fuck you, right? Jackass. Now they're rereading those love messages. They're looking at those memories. They're looking at the photos. They're looking at the videos. Y'all could have took some nasty videos together. Guys be so tweaked out over that shit. Like, oh gosh, don't get me started on the cum shots. Okay, don't get me started, right? And this person is just feeling dumb. They're feeling like a jackass. They're like, damn, they feeling like they shot their own self in the foot. And they're also feeling like, look at this, I've never seen this fucking card in my life. Could be a black guy for some of y'all. Could be an older gentleman with, you know, this could be somebody in their 40s, mid to late 40s, maybe even 50s, with the gray beard. Massive regrets, jackass, right? This person is feeling stupid, el stupido, okay? As they should. Memories, yeah. Feel it. Not pop the question. They may try to rush in and be like, you want to marry me? Tell them yes, so you can get the ring and keep it, but also tell them you got to think about it. Something else in their life may end. Okay, I don't know. This could just be completely unrelated for some of y'all. Some of y'all may have somebody that's getting ready to pass away. Oh, shit. Oh, my Lanta. Yeah, y'all could have somebody who's, it just hit me. Y'all could have somebody who's sick in your life. This person could have suffered some sort of tragedy back in the day. They could have survived a really bad car accident, or this person could have got shot. You know, the bullet is still lodged, you know, like if it ever moves, you know, tick, tick, boom, right? You know, could be somebody who has stroked out multiple times and, you know, but whatever, I don't give a fuck. Somebody might die, right? Somebody might pass. I don't know what, it doesn't even really matter what the situation or the scenario is with Shady. Gosh, okay, we're finna get out of here. We are not about to go in on nobody who last days might be, you know, near. What? Like, what, Spirit? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, I don't even want to touch this. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say one or two things on it because Spirit is saying with Shady, this could be somebody who's a shady individual. I don't like this. I don't like this energy. It's weird because I do feel like this person may come in, try to pop the question, or even act like, you know, you're the one, or I want to marry you. They may not come in with a ring, but they may come in with that type of talk, which could ultimately be another form of manipulation. They have regrets. They're feeling like a dumbass. You know, they're reading the messages. They're looking at the movies, the home movies, the flicks, you know, and the shit you sent on your own. They were like, jiggle that bean and send me a picture of it or a video. And you were like, cool, bad, got it, you know. And they're like, oh, I miss her. I miss the way she used to just... It's too late. I'm not taking these. I'm not. I want to get, I'm trying to get more energy here. I don't really want to touch this, but the cards that's coming out, I'm not about to say this shit. Like, I'm not about to say this. I'll show you. I've been trying, I'll just show it. I don't like this. Y'all see this? The funeral, Shady, the person, there could be somebody who, if y'all, okay, the person who's getting ready to pass could be these things, okay? But if it's not that, then, which I feel like it is, that's what I'm feeling, okay? I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not feeling that it's somebody who's gonna come to the funeral who's shady and a trickster and all that. It could be that, you know, it could be somebody who's very attached to this person who's gonna pass, and they were birds of a feather, always flocking the fuck together, two snake assholes, right? And this one may pass, and the other one may come be at the funeral on some dumb shit, being super fake with you, but also maybe behind your back trying to talk down on you to other people or create some sort of an illusion or something, or cast you out or something. But I feel like, I also kind of feel like I'm not sure about that person who may be at the funeral being in this energy, because I think some of y'all are not going to go to this person's funeral because of this energy, right? It's like good riddance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to say that, but it just is what it is. Whatever. We're going to end the reading here because I don't know. So that's going to be our reading. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you like my vibe. My name is OmniBadu. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, donations, all your positive comments. And until next time, bye.